December 2010, the documentary Caught in Microdebt aired on Norwegian public television. In the wake of the recent controversy surrounding the for-profit microfinance industry in India, this film threatened to discredit a movement widely considered to be one of the most effective weapons for fighting systemic poverty worldwide.
This idea, which began in Jobra, has spread around the world. There are now Grameen-type programs in almost every country in the world.
Early in the film, Narunahar Begum is introduced as the daughter of the famous Sufia Begum, shown here in this 1989 60 Minutes video.
For me to learn economics from them.
One of the first people he met was Sophia Khartoum, maker of stools. Ultimately, she became the first Grameen borrower, but first she taught him some economics. Because she had no capital, she was forced to borrow from a local trader to buy raw materials.
Sufia was one of the most documented early success stories in the history of microfinance.
Does she consider herself now a rich woman?
See, she wouldn't say that. It's not rich. She said, I'm not that rich. I was too poor at that time. Now I can live with myself. I can take care of myself. That's the difference.
But far from being a success story, we are told that Narunahar's mother died in 1998 in extreme poverty. I was already in Dhaka when the Norwegian film aired, so I got an interpreter and took the short flight to Chittagong to look into these allegations.
What do
people think? I eventually located Narunahar Begum and her family in the village of Jobra just outside of Chittagong.
No. They are not the Grameen Bank borrowers.
No? What? Can you ask why not?
কেন গ্রামীণ ব্যাংকের সদস্য নয় উনি জানতে চাইছে অন্য আশেপাশে অনেকে হইছে আপনারা হন নাই কেন লাগে নাই টাকা ঋণ লাগে নাই প্রয়োজন হয় না
Not only was their own situation far less dire than we'd been led to believe,
ওনাকে চিনেন আপনি
but when I showed her the photograph of Sufia Begum, her supposed mother,
এই তোমরা এদিকে আসো তোমরা দেখো এদিকে বাচ্চারা দেখো
it was clear that she did not even know who that was.
She said that it is not her mother.
Yeah.
And she did not find out who is she.
She doesn't know who she is.
She said that. এটা আপনি চিনেন না তো আমরা মনে করছিলাম যে এটাই বোধহয় আপনার মা এটা তো আপনার মা না এটাই আমার কথা
So what did happen to the original Sufia Begum? Adding to my confusion was the fact that the names Begum and Khatun are not even last names in the sense that we think of them, but rather are just signifiers of a married woman, something like Mrs. in English.
There is no address, no name. No name.
It began to seem like I was not going to find any information at all about the long-dead Sufia Begum. But when I met this woman, Shaba Khatun, in the house of one of the village elders, something remarkable happened. Is that the right woman?
Her daughter and son, they are saying that she is this lady.
I thought I knew all the answers. And while I was doing
this all seemed incredibly unlikely to me. And only weeks later did I become convinced that this Shaba Khatun was indeed the same woman from the 60 Minutes video. Listen carefully. The last words Muhammad Yunus speaks before Morley Safer's voiceover are clearly, She is Saba Khatun.
So that village became university for me to learn economics from them.
One of the first people he met was Sophia Khartoum, maker of stools.
Sophia Begum, actually known as Saba Khatun, the original Grameen borrower and famous stool maker, was alive and well, living in this large cement house with her family in a small village just outside of Chittagong.